And in conclusion, I give myself the floor. Once again. I'm gonna turn on the timer. So now I would like to talk about GeoCloud company. I'm the creator of GeoCloud. We started creating the company two and a half years ago. So where do we stand and what progress has been made? I think I made two presentations at two previous Rakos conferences, so let's see where we are headed. So GeoCloud.org is a universal cloud-based platform for any desktop software. Originally, we were positioned as a platform in the geoinformation field. Then we realized that the bar was set too low. So about 6 months ago, we repositioned toward universality for any desktop software. In the field of geoinformation, we have about 200 software units around the world. I think in other fields, the numbers might run to thousands of software units. We are the only platform of this kind in the world. But we do hope that we will continue to develop further. This is the current definition. So what does this platform do? We are hosted by the Amazon. Amazon features 21 data centers spread all over the world. We are concentrated in France, but we can clone to any part of the world with Amazon presence. What we do first is reach some level of agreement with a vendor. Then those software vendors test their software using our platform in our environment. They don't have to redo anything. With cloud-based technologies, it was the case that vendors had to make adaptations from regular to cloud-based, but we don't have to do that, as we're using remote desktop. So we provide a completely standard PC for any software vendor to install in. You run your tests, you may reconfigure the computer or reconfigure the operating system, choose Windows or Linux. Anything that Amazon features, we can provide. After that, we develop an image that includes computer setup, operating system, some add-ons, and the software itself. And this image becomes accessible for all the users of the platform. Platform users enter the website, see a list of software. In particular, here you can see a couple of dozen software programs from Russia, the United States, many countries. You can punch the button, and in a minute or two, start using the program. There are two modes of payment. One is pay per hour. You don't have to purchase a license. You don't have to purchase computers. It's an hourly rate. You work during 1 hour using photo mode. You pay for that 1 hour. You don't need photo mode anymore. You paid $5. Then you pay another $1, use another software. But there are those users who put in many hours. In this case, you can have a subscription, a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly subscription, in which case prices will be reduced and it will be more convenient to use. This is a list of commercial software we feature. It says available, which means it's available, and pending installation is in the stage of, is in progress as we speak. We don't charge anything for this software, collecting fees only for the computers where it's installed. Let's say you're operating photo mode and you need a geoinformation system, Quantum GIS, QGIS, highly popular in the world. What you can do is pay 40 cents per hour to do your GIS applications, GIS things. Here's a customer's breakdown. We have about 100 of them. When I say a customer, I mean people who pay money for using the service. I was surprised twice in this evolution of the company. I thought my platform was suited for poorer countries who want to use cheaper products, but it turned out completely different. It went in a different direction. Not a single client from India, mostly Canada, United States, Germany, Great Britain. This is where the customers come from. And they immediately grasp the business idea. They understand how valuable it is, what value it brings them. I mean, rich countries, yeah, they can afford any license. Just go ahead and buy it. No, they realize that there is value in it, so they start using it. So the United States comes first in terms of customer numbers, and then Germany, and we also have one big customer in Slovakia. These are website visitors over 1 year, nearly 24,000 of those. The sharpness of the picture is not particularly well. So these are all the cities up until St. Petersburg. Anything beyond St. Petersburg doesn't have any people or no internet. The same in the south. Maybe it's your problem. No, I don't have any problems. I think they have problems. For example, if we take Russia, Petersburg, Moscow, and then the south of Russia, Novosibirsk, Irkutsk, anything above that, not a single hit, not a single visitor. No one from Yakutia or Vladivostok. It means you're bad at advertising. It's the same with Greenland, Iceland, Canada, Alaska. I think we're doing a poor job advertising ourselves on this market. So that was a quick and dirty presentation. I'll just want to give you a demo of how it works. This is the website. We remodeled it a little. Now there are cards owned by vendors. On the vendor card you can see what software it features and what mode of sale is used, pay per view or pay by subscription. Then you can go to a resources webpage featuring about 200 software units. Practically everything that you can find in the world, if you're interested, with full information and links to the featured software. If you click About, you will see nice pictures and explanations why it's good, what benefits it brings. Look at the cascading waters and dollars, so it's something that you must use. It's done briefly, I mean, not to get into anybody's head. And Workplace is our main page. Here you can find all the software we have on the website. Click any button, click select next to any software, then you choose by company or by category, and then the website lets you know what related software we have, with all the links, categories of software. This is your billing page. In other words, you see what's your balance, if you loaded it up, how many hours you spent. Now let's go back to here. I just prepared some of the applications of vendors that are partially presented in this room. Photomod, Panorama, NanoCAD, Moscow-based Jimbata, company for image processing. To start the process, you need to choose a storage. You need to choose required storage. It takes 20 to 30 seconds. When we open this software, they will be referring to the same storage, and whatever data you store there will be visible in all these programs. Here it says storage running. Now we activate all these computers, and then you get the properly configured computers with pre-installed software, and you can load your data. Of course, we have file manager with some preliminary files that I had loaded. Now we remotely access using RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, completely standard connection. And this is a NanoCAD computer. You see your storage. See how fast it works. We're sitting here in Seoul, and this is based in Frankfurt. This computer is physically present in France, 12,500 kilometers. But this hotel features a very good internet, 100 bps both directions. It's good. we load NanoCAD. Now you have it. There you go. If you want to do a CAD project, you can do it. Let's try loading up PhotoMod. Here it goes. And so on. KB Panorama is here. So let's do the honors. In a matter of a couple of minutes, we created a desktop where we can load data. We have 3 PCs with configurations that we want and software that we want. If you run a medium-sized business with 10 operators and all of them use PhotoMod or Panorama, you can choose 20 or 30 licenses for such virtual PCs, where this software will be pre-installed. They will be looking at the same storage. The project will be divided up between your staff, and they will be able to use it in parallel. The data can be loaded in 4 ways. Very slow, slow, fast, super fast. Super fast is when you store your data in cloud. Cloud to cloud transfer takes seconds. I don't know how those clouds make a deal. Of course, there is a way to use FTP. The data that you loaded up, that you uploaded, you can download, of course, or you can share. Typically, we create data for another user. So what you can do is share that data with your user by sending a link. And then it's all secure, and only that user will be able to follow that link to download the data. You don't have to send it via mail. Just send a link and he will download it.
In fact, that's the end of my presentation. Time-wise, I'm exactly on time. Thank you, Yuri. If you have questions, I can take them. Can I ask you a question? If it is no secret, of course. It is interconnected. For instance, company Rockers, their PhotoMod. Can you tell us how much money did you generate or get by using PhotoMod so far? Victor knows that so far 0 profit, so he made 0 profit too. So there is no business. We have very popular products which really bring a lot of profit. There are less popular products, and there are products which, because as you can see from Russia, we have only 2-3 users, where PhotoMod is very popular. And in America, PhotoMod is much less popular, and most of the users come from there. That's why they prefer using other software. And your interface, I didn't notice it, I was looking at it. Is there Russian language localization there? If not, then it's quite clear why the northern part of our country is not part of your system. No, there is no Russian language. But it's not that difficult to do. So please do it. But Victor was right when he said that there are many tasks, but we resolve the ones which bring more money, right? This is not difficult to do. Moreover, we can automatically make prices in Russian rubles. So it's an automatic function which can simply be done by switch on, switch off. Yuri, hello. Are you interested in connecting remote sensing data platform? Because I see a lot of processing instruments for data, and as a result, maybe we can work on this. Yes, it's an interesting question, and right question, of course. Initially, we positioned ourselves as in two niches. One niche was what is called software as service. This is what we have done. It works. Now we simply need to add new software and bring in new users. Second part was the idea to make a hub or gates for connection to providers of information. It could be Earth remote sensing data, aerospace agencies like Roscosmos, Kazakh Space Agency, Maxar, for instance, Korean agency, and all others. There is much information not related to space information, like, for instance, many countries have large archives of orthophoto. For instance, such countries as Israel, Germany, all European countries have state archives with orthophoto for the whole territory. In many countries it's free of charge, but in others it's paid for. But in theory, we can get in touch with all those archives, and through us, people will be getting information from there. And this information will be accessible to them. Moreover, we have a full payment system in place, because the payment system in itself is also quite a contraption. Yes, we are planning to go there. We have already met both Maxar and Kazakh colleagues. Here we are meeting you, right? So we are making progress. Yes, please. Hello? Yuri, I have a question. Are there limitations on the uploadable volume of data? No? Are there any restrictions on uploadable volume of data? Well, standard disks for us range from 1 gigabyte to 10 terabytes. That's what a user can automatically select, up to 10 terabytes. If you want more than that, you just tell us you want more than that, and within 1 hour we can provide whatever volume you need, and then we can download this data right away in the processed form. You can keep them in store. On our disks, we have very reduced tariffs, some cents per hour, so 3 cents per hour, something like that. This is the tariff for data storage. Yes. Tell us, please, what is the level of protection of personal data and the level of protection of the work done by you? Your personal data are not owned by us, with the exception of email address. That's the only thing we have. If you want to, you can write down your name and surname. If you don't want to, we don't have to write even that. We don't have the credit card information. We work with American company FastSpring, which is one of the leading global payment system provider that works with credit cards. They have everything. Even when you put in your credit card information, like in Amazon or eBay, many of them also work with them. Many Russian companies also work with them, who sell software, they own everything. We don't see it. So with the exception of your email, we don't know anything else. We commit to store it. If hackers do not hack us, so far nobody hacked us. We have an agreement with users. You can find it on the web page. And according to that users' agreement, we are obliged to keep secure your personal data. About the data are kept on Amazon. Amazon, in principle, guarantees total security of data and the impossibility of anybody entering this data. But it's not Amazon who guarantees that. It is us who guarantee that. Because whatever you select here, storage, computers, all of it is totally secure. How do I say secure in Russian? It's totally secure for you. Your personal password, only with your personal password you can enter these disks and these computers. If you yourself share your password with somebody else, and the results of my work, can they be owned by somebody? Do you have are you legally liable for that? No. According to the agreement, I have no liability here. What in principle we can do, so far we haven't done it, but in principle we can encode your data. We can encode your data, so all the data on Amazon can be encoded in principle. Yes, I'm coming to an end. Can be encoded, and then in principle only you can view them, because for all others it will be simply a scrambled thing. It will be more expensive? No, it will be longer, time-wise.